going? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Echopark Echodriver. So if you're unfamiliar with Echopark, they are a custom high-end boutique guitar and amp and pedal manufacturer. And in their pedal lineup, they have quite a few fuzzes, harmonic boosts, some interesting preamps. But the Echodriver is a pedal that I played probably about 4.5 years ago for the first time at a guitar shop in Dallas, and I have thought about it regularly since then. And it is actually one pedal that I have been fairly fixated on that I've never owned until now, and I've got to say that it has been well worth the hype that I have created personally around it for myself. So the Echodriver is kind of Echopark's culmination of a few of their favorite or most iconic drive pedals that they admire, which they state as the Zendrive, the Ethos, and a Klon. And they wanted to create a pedal that could capture these sounds and, most importantly, the feel. The unique feel that these pedals have kind of separately from each other, but all in one really simple package, and I think that they have totally nailed it. So if we take a look at the controls, we have a voice knob, which is going to be very similar to the voice knob on a Zendrive. It's kind of controlling presence. It's also kind of controlling how much compression happens on the top end and the openness and response of the pedal. And so it's doing a lot in one knob, and it's more of a fine-tuning thing. And then if we move over, we have the gain knob, and that's going to be controlling the input gain or the drive amount. We have a tone control, and then we have a master volume. And then we also have two dip switches here. We've got a clipping switch, so we've got soft clipping diode switch, and then a compression MOSFET switch. And so that's going to be really important on taking us from a fairly high headroom, very harmonically rich clean boost sound like a Klon into the darker, more saturated drive sounds of a Zendrive, or even heavier gain like an Ethos pedal. So let's take a listen to the Echopark Echodriver and see what all it's capable of. All right, so here we are with the Echopark Echodriver. Let's talk about the signal chain. I'm using this Tele into my Smart Bell Dumble style head going into the Little John Cabs prototype number 1, loaded with EVM 12Ls, mic'd with a Shure SM57 and a U87 Klon, going into Universal Audio Apollo. This is the clean tone on the neck pickup. So really clean. This guitar, for being a Tele, it's got a pretty dark neck pickup in it, and the bridge pickup is nice and bright, but is fairly full. And so this is going to give us kind of a wide range of tones to be playing this pedal through. So let's start with the cleanest setting and then kind of go up in gain as we listen to all the different sounds this pedal has packed into it. So I've got both of the switches in the down position, and to me that is the most open and the most clean sound that I can get out of it. And so we're going to start with the settings where they are. It's going to be kind of hard to see where the line on the knob is until I move it. can hear, this is a really open, really warm sound. It's definitely that Klon clean boost type of thing, where you've got this richness in the mids, but it's not a mega mid hump by any means. If you really dig in, you can get it to break up in a way that's really nice and is not, you know, it's not too sensitive, but you can get it there if you really push it hard enough. So let's listen to what happens when we just dial the gain up from where we're at right now, and then let's listen to the voice switch. So you can hear how that voice switch is really powerful, or that knob rather, and this is down to only 25% engaged. And it's a little duller sounding, it's definitely darker, and it's not as rich. I really like this control, you know, somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock. Get plenty of brightness and richness without it being overly bright. And this is one of the most dynamic pedals I've ever played, and so just rolling back on the volume, so it's really interactive with your guitar's volume there. And let's just keep going up on the gain. So plenty of gain even on this really open position. That's only halfway up on the gain. It's very amp-like in this most open position. It really responds so quick to your hands and just the dynamics of your pick. And you still retain this openness without it being shrill. Like, it's a pretty seamless transition from clean boost, somewhere down here in gain, you know, that sweet low gain Klon clean boost type of sound into a straight up rock and roll, you know, amp overdrive sound. So that's the open sound, kind of all the way through from lowest gain to highest gain. Let's listen to what the diode switch does here. So we're going to take this back to just kind of our clean boost sound. So immediately you can hear just the headroom goes down. You've engaged a diode gain basically stage here. That's a great, really low gain overdrive sound. It's got just enough bite and mid kind of compression. It's got a lot of dynamics, and the harmonic content sits in the right place. I think this would be a great low gain sound to sit in a mix just perfect. Again, I go back to the dynamics. It is just so beautiful no matter where you have your volume on your guitar. It just plays and interacts and changes in all the right ways. Just bringing down that input gain from your guitar. Listen to some of the higher gain sounds here with this diode switch in the up position. Immediately I'm hearing kind of, I need to take the tone down and maybe the voice down. So we've got some great higher gain sounds, and you can really hear there's like a specific diode gain stage that this has. It has this characteristic of it's kind of grainy and gritty, but in a way that cuts, not that's unpleasant, rather. It just makes me want to play rhythm guitar, is how I describe the sound. It's pretty bright. Let's take the diode switch down and listen to the compression. All the knobs are in the same place. So you can hear it's a lot less gain. We don't have that grittiness and presence that's crispy. Now we've smoothed everything out. And to me, it feels like I'm playing a lot higher gain sound than there actually is gain there. So because of that compression, it all of a sudden becomes very reactive and squishy and spongy in all the right ways, without being overly distorted. So I'm going to bring the voice and the tone knob back up a little bit. So now we're in the territory of my favorite sound out of this pedal, which is in the comp mode. We've got this Zendrive, almost tube driver, but a little more saturated, a little more harmonic content, a little smoother, kind of a dark high gain sound. This is, to me, the perfect singing lead sound. This compresses and is dark in all the right ways, but will sit in a mix because of that mid-range, I think, in a really singing way. And personally for me, this is the sound. This is the thing that I look for in gainier pedals, which we've been kind of on a kick of doing gainier pedals on this channel lately. And there's a quality of the right amount of dynamic response, and mid-range sweetness. So what that's really is the harmonic content that puts it in a place that sits well in a mix, and on its own is just maybe a little honky, but the compression sings in a way that it's like playing some massive gainy high gain amp, where every note is singing, but you don't have to have this just dumps of gain in there and overly distorting the guitar signal. You still got plenty of dynamics to play complicated chords. And everything can sing through, but barely made that note work right there. It just kind of makes me want to keep playing. And like I've said before, ultimately, that's the thing. If there is a quality in a piece of gear that just makes you want to keep playing, keep learning, and trying different things, that's ultimately, you know, what all of this tone searching for the right sound, the right combination in the right moment, this is really what it's all about. It's putting you in that place you just want to keep playing. For me, this is a perfect pedal that can do an incredible low gain, clean boost, you know, all the way through low gain overdrive, classic rock, into, you know, legato playing. It's got plenty of compression to shred, you know. And so we have one more stage here, which is including that diode clipping on top of the compression. Even on this highest gain setting, you've still got so much dynamics just with your volume knob on your guitar. But you've got all the singing high end that's going to cut through, and again, isn't like scooped, but is really soft and comfortable to play. Just the feedback loop that happens, you know, from the strings and your fingers through the amp, through this pedal, feels really easy when you add the comp and the diode on top of it. Let's listen to just lower gain with both of those engaged. You can hear, and I turned up the voice knob just a little bit through that. This is still an incredible low gain sound. This is very different than that wide open sound that you have with both switches down. Where you've got all this control because you've got this high transient response with it wide open. But as soon as you engage the compression and add the diode clipping gain stage, your headroom goes down because you can still dig in and get that drive sound. But you've got the compression, so you've got that ease of feel just on your hands. You bring the volume down a little bit. And again, compared to the clean sound, it just adds a little hair on top, and because of that compression, you can really feel where that barrier is to just go beyond the point of breakup. Overall, I think this pedal is unbelievably versatile. It is a unique case where you've got a very usable and very tweakable, gained up, compressed singing lead sound, and a very tweakable, very usable, multiple stages of clean boost to mild, just adding hair to your clean sound overdrive. And it's all in one pedal with 4 knobs and 2 switches. So it's not anything crazy. I like my stuff to be very stupid proof. I have this Dr. Z over here that's got 3 knobs on it. It's stupid proof. It sounds the way it does. This pedal has a really powerful EQ, so you can get overly bright sounds, especially if you already are starting with a bright sound to begin with. But really, it's hard to make it sound bad as long as you stay away from the extremes. Again, maybe that's where your pedal needs to be at. If you've got a darker clean sound, I can really see cranking the tone knob and the voice knob to get that attack on the presence and to cut through. But this pedal would be an unbelievable choice and high up there for either spot on your pedal board. For your first stage of drive that's just barely pushing it between clean and maybe just boosting a little bit. And I can also see it as your highest gain pedal, and it's got so much dynamic gain on tap that I think is really, really usable from everything from classic rock to super shredding playing in a way that I think they've captured that Zendrive, Dumble, Ethos drive sound and that Klon Centaur really organic clean boost sound, again in a really small and simple package. I highly recommend checking this pedal out, and when you do, don't wait 4.5 years to get one like I did. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed today's video checking out the Echopark Echodriver. Like I said, it is such a versatile pedal. So many sounds packed into a really small package that's deceivingly simple. It is so easy to use and get great sounds that seem far apart from each other out of this one simple pedal. So definitely check them out at Echopark Guitars, and they have incredible amps and guitars that are a really unique take on classic designs that I would highly encourage you to check out. If this is the kind of content that you enjoy, please ask that you like and subscribe to this new channel and share it with others who enjoy this kind of content as well. Till next time, I've been Colin. Hello. All right, check hey. Hey, how's it going? In today's video, hello, check hey. All right, hey, here we go. It's got a pretty let's talk about the, so if we look at pay attention to how I change, okay. Barely made that note work right there.